Hey guys, it's Mrs. Capello. Welcome back to library. Today is Wednesday, March 25th, and congratulations on making it halfway through the week. I know the days feel really long when you're home all day, at least they do for me. So, anyway, we are going to be talking about online sources over the next couple days. So, you may have learned about this earlier in the school year, but it's always a good topic to review. So, first step is to watch this video that you're currently watching. And then after you finish this video, you're going to answer the questions on this Google form. And you do not need to actually turn it in on Google Classroom, because once you hit submit for your answers, then I'll be able to see your work. And then I will also have the Zoom call open, so that's only if you have questions, you can jump in and ask a question. It's not required unless you just want to pop in and say hi. That is an option for you. So we are going to start with a Brain Pop video about online sources. So we're going to watch that together and then we'll go from there. Here we go.
Hey, have you been using my library card again? You didn't borrow Robot Self-Repair Made Easy? Teach yourself artificial intelligence. Okay, I know I didn't take out all these Twilight movies. Dear Tim and Moby, I use the internet to research all of my papers and reports. But how do I know if I'm getting good information? From Sydney. Hey Sydney, there are a lot of great resources online. Encyclopedias, periodicals, government studies, university research. They serve up millions of pages you can use for schoolwork. Unfortunately, plenty of sites aren't that reliable, or just plain wrong. Like this one. Pretty sure humans and dinosaurs never lived side by side. Moby and I stumbled on this site while we were researching the Natural Selection movie. Fortunately, we have a handy-dandy system for evaluating online sources. And it can be boiled down to just 3 main steps. Yep, first we try to find out a little about the publisher. In other words, the person or group running the website. One good tip is to look at the domain, the letters that come after the last dot in the address. If it ends with a .gov, that means it's a government website. And .edus are reserved for accredited colleges and universities. Most of the sites in these domains are rigorously fact-checked. The information they contain has been reviewed and verified to be true. Other common domains, .coms, .orgs, .nets, whatever, are open. That means any old person can buy one of these spaces and put whatever information they want there. That's true. Most popular open domain resources are reliable. Like BrainPop, we're a .com and we fact-check everything. But you need to be skeptical of sites you've never heard of before. That means you shouldn't accept what they say at face value. First, do a little detective work about the site itself. Most homepages have an About link, often at the very bottom. It'll take you to a statement by the editor or publisher laying out who they are and what they stand for. This is a good place to look for any potential bias or slant in their viewpoint. Like, let's say you're doing a report on an American president. A website's About page might reveal that it's aligned with a political party. If your president was a member of that party, look out. The information on this site could be slanted to make him look good. And if he was in an opposing party, he might be covered in a negative way. About pages can also reveal a website's sponsors, the people or organizations paying the bills. It's smart to look them up too. A quick search can be quite revealing. You might discover that they have an agenda, a set of goals they're trying to accomplish. Whether you agree with those goals or not, you have to ask yourself, are the sites they're sponsoring objective? In other words, are they trying to present fair, accurate information? Unfortunately, writers can purposely twist the truth to advance their website's agenda. Right, that brings us to the next step. Check up on the author. Sometimes there's a mini biography right on the same page. The aim here is to find out if they have expertise in the subject they're talking about. You can always learn more by plugging their name into a search engine. You'll find other stuff they've written, jobs they've held, and organizations they support. But if a source doesn't name an author, be extra skeptical of what it says. Yep, no matter who wrote it or where it appears, you should always evaluate the content itself. Be alert to its goals. Is it trying to persuade you of something? There's nothing wrong with sources that have a strong perspective. In fact, it's a writer's job to, have a point. A totally neutral list of facts wouldn't be very interesting. Writers organize information to support a distinct viewpoint. So even when all the individual facts are true, they can be used to advance an opinion. The trick is to recognize that and determine whether it's an informed opinion. Is it using emotional language instead of facts and reasoning? Does it cite sources, showing you where those facts come from? If so, you can review that original material and form your own opinion. And if there are no citations, that's a big red flag. Finally, look at the date the content was published. It's common to come across pages first posted years or even decades ago. In some cases, that can be really helpful, like if you're trying to learn how people reacted to a certain event. In other situations, older material can be irrelevant or just totally wrong. Yep, you could burn through a lot of time finding and evaluating sources. That's why it's important to keep track of ones you trust. I've bookmarked dozens of dependable sites organized by subject area. I know they're trustworthy, so evaluating new articles is way easier. But if I'm still having trouble finding what I need, I head to the library. Librarians can point you to online sources you might not have thought about, and help you locate physical sources that you won't find anywhere else, like documentary films and audio interviews, photos, and other historical documents. Plus, unlike a lot of websites, you won't have to pay for access. Unless, of course, you're habitually late returning items. So...
Alright, so there was a lot of good stuff in that video. Obviously, it is super important when you're doing research to know that you have a good source and a quality resource. So next I wanted to look at this Google Doc here, just as a little bit of practice, so we can look at a couple websites and see if we think that they are legit or if they are garbage. So the first one is nasa.gov. And what I like about this website already is it's a .gov, so I know that that's going to be pretty legit. It looks like this is the official website for NASA. They have lots of images. They have different tabs up here that will give you explanations, which is really important. An about page. It looks like it's been updated recently. So this seems like it would definitely be a legitimate website. So if we go back, we can see the publisher. Let's see if we can find anything about the publisher. I would say down here where it says National Aeronautics and Space Administration NASA official Brian Dunbar. That seems legit. So let's say Brian Dunbar from NASA. The content, this is obviously a lot of information about NASA, about exploring the universe, about an update on the response to the coronavirus, so we know that that's up to date because that was just published yesterday. And some tweets by NASA, some events that are coming up. So let's say events coming up, response to coronavirus. We have info about humans in space, an image of the day. So all those things are excellent content when it comes to the website. And I would say this is reliable because it is up to date, relevant, and it is it is a .gov site. So I know that must mean that it is an official source. So that's nasa.gov. Let's look at the next one. The Jackalope Conspiracy. So something that's already kind of standing out to me is that there's an ad over here. SUD FTW, I don't really know what that is. The most recent evidence was in 1998, so I don't know when they last updated this website. So if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, I can obviously see that this does not seem like a legitimate website. So publisher, at the top we could see it was SUD FTW, whatever that is. Content, they're trying to tell you about the Jackalope conspiracy. Know the truth, live with the fear. So, yeah. Jackalope, if I could spell, that would help. What else do they have on here? True stories, evidence, interview with an insider. So, I mean, this is entertaining, but I wouldn't say it's legit. Okay, so I would say it is not reliable because it is not up to date, and it seems like just someone who was bored and wanted something to do. And they don't really have any sources to back up their information. Okay, so today, since you guys have watched the Brain Pop video and we talked about, reliable sources, you are going to now fill out the Google form, and that will be graded. So make sure you're doing your best on that. And if you have any questions, feel free to jump on Zoom. And that is all for today. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.